Hello everyone, this is Healthy Options with Maureen. Today we'll be making isiewu, literally translated as goat head. It's a very popular delicacy amongst the Easterners in Nigeria. I'm sure you will enjoy this. Come with me as we make this. In this recipe, I actually substituted isiewu or the goat head for ram head because that's readily available where I am, and it tasted equally delicious, if not even better. Please, if you've not subscribed, don't forget to do so by hitting on the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you. So for our isiewu, we'll be needing some already cleaned isiewu, also known as goat head. You can use ram head too if you like. Whatever you have that works for you will work perfectly for this. Ram head can also be substituted for goat head. As you can see, this has been thoroughly cleaned. It takes quite a bit of time to get it clean, but it's worth it after all said and done. We need otazi leaves. It's a little bit bitter. This otazi leaves is very common or popular amongst the Igbos in Nigeria. We need some African nutmeg, also known as calabash nutmeg. That's what it looks like before I crushed it up. This has been roasted and crushed up, and that's the process with which I did it. I just placed it on heat, and it took me a couple of minutes to get it roasted. I allowed it cool a bit. I cracked it open, then I crushed it in the mortar to give me that's what you're looking for. We need some ground crayfish, we need palm oil, salt, ungu. People use potash instead of this. I prefer ungu because I believe ungu is healthier. We need some pepper, then we need some onions. So first things first, we'll be pouring the goat head into a pot. The goat head goes in, and I'm going to put chunks of onions. As you can see, I'm going to be also adding a little bit of dry pepper to cook with this, even though I'll add pepper when we are done, but I like the taste to soak into the meat a little bit. Then some salt, and of course we'll be topping this with water. Please try not to put so much water. You can always add a little more if your goat head is not cooked all the way. So we are going to cover this and we will start cooking. Why we put a little water at a time is that we want the meat to be cooked at the same time when the stock is drying out, so that it can retain its flavors. So I'm going to be placing this on heat right now and we'll start cooking. So it didn't take so long for this to cook, and as you can notice, we don't have any fluid at the base anymore. That's very little or no fluid. It's just at the point when it begins to dry up. I'm just going to turn down my heat now, then we'll go start mixing up the other ingredients that we'll be adding to the goat head or isiewu proper. So now we'll be using an entirely clean pot, a different pot, and we'll be adding some palm oil into this pot. So now I'll be adding the ungu onto the palm oil, and we're just going to whisk as we add. So we just whisk as we add. Once it gives us that orange paste, then we know we are there. We don't want too much of this. We'll be adding a little bit of crayfish, then the otazi leaves, the calabash nutmeg or the African nutmeg, it goes in as well. The salt goes in, just a little bit of this. Remember, we cooked with some salt. And last but not the least, we'll be adding on some crushed peppers. So we add on that as well. I'm going to give this a quick mix. I think it needs a little bit more of salt. So I'll be adding a little bit of salt, a little bit of crayfish again. It's a good mix as well. So right now we'll be heading for the stove top, and we'll be incorporating the isiewu into this palm oil mix. So the palm oil mix goes on. So now we're going to give this a mix. The good thing about placing this on heat is that the heat loosens it up. We are not actually looking to cook this. We just want the heat to loosen it up so that we can have something that we can actually enjoy. So we're just going to cover this and let it cook for a couple of minutes, then we'll come back and serve. So right now our isiewu is ready. The last thing I like to put is just bits of onions. I like to put this at the last minute before I start serving. So I'll give it a stir again, and then we'll be turning off our heat and we'll serve. So this is exactly how I serve my isiewu. As you can see, I start with onion rings and some vegetables on top. I used boma or akwukwo ayara because I could not find utazi leaves. Please do give this recipe a go, it's really yum, and give us a thumbs up if you like this. Believe it or not, I used ram's head instead of goat's head in this recipe and it tastes delicious. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Thank you.